the topic area that I've chosen is from Unit A of your syllabus. And this unit is called Further Capital Taxes. And it's actually from Section 4A that I've chosen the topic of inheritance tax. And I want to talk about the people who are chargeable to this tax. And I want to explain to you the concept of domicile and deemed domicile, which is also from your syllabus. Inheritance tax is a very important syllabus area, which is not something that you have covered at F6, and so therefore is very likely to be examined frequently. As we all know, inheritance tax is normally something that you pay on death, and it's designed to tax the passing of wealth from one generation to another. Inheritance tax is not only paid when you die. There is certain situations where you pay inheritance tax when you're alive, and that's something which is also part of the syllabus. One of the key concepts in inheritance tax is the concept of somebody's domicile. And the definition of domicile is that when you're born, you have got something called a domicile of origin. And your domicile of origin is defined as the birthplace of your father. One of the reasons that domicile is so important as far as inheritance tax is concerned is that a person who is UK domiciled pays inheritance tax on their worldwide located assets. So, for example, if you have a house in Manchester and you also have a villa in Spain, if you're UK domiciled, then you pay inheritance tax on both of those assets, the UK one in Manchester and the Spanish villa as well. If you're not UK domiciled, if your father was born in Spain, or it was born in Germany, or born in India, then you only pay inheritance tax on assets which are located in the UK. So, for example, if you're domiciled in China, if your dad was born in China, and you have a house in Manchester, and you also have a villa in Spain, then only your house in Manchester would ever be subject to IHT. There are a number of different types of domicile. The one we've talked about so far is the domicile of origin. Which is defined, remember, as the birthplace of your father. There's also a domicile of choice, which is where you're domiciled in a particular country, the birthplace of your father, and you decide to change your domicile to somewhere else. It's quite difficult to change your domicile of origin to a domicile of choice. What you have to do is sever all ties with your domicile of origin. So you must leave your country of origin and must never ever return to it. So sever all ties. And you can change to a domicile of choice. One of the things in inheritance tax that is quite important is that everybody has got a nil rate band. And the nil rate band in the December 2010 exam is 325,000. That means that if your assets exceed that value, will you pay inheritance tax on them? So the nil rate band. So in summary, we've looked at the capital taxes. We've looked at the concept of domicile and why it's so important. Inheritance tax will always be examined in your exam and will normally be for, I would say, 15 marks and above in usually one or even sometimes two questions. So, inheritance tax, a new topic at P6, not part of the F6 syllabus, coming up for 15 to 20 marks in one or even two questions. So I hope that you make the right decision, and I hope to see you studying P6 because it is a very interesting, useful and challenging paper. So very good luck.